Hello everybody, in this video I share with you my Druid build that I used to finish Capstone Dungeon Level 50 while actually being 2 levels below. I actually tried even 45 but I was missing a few items to make it more durable. And I did it alone. My clan went doing other things and I want to do it with my clan but again together, but eventually I did it alone. And yeah, this is a Druid basically, and this is a melee Druid, so I'm being very aggressive. The thing is that because it's melee Druid, I didn't need the aspect that allows me to, I'm using Tornado to home on targets, basically because I'm very, very close, I don't need it. Now I have better items, I didn't want to use them because again, those were actually dropped, so if I use them, I can use them again, I mean if I use them on another item. Nonetheless, this is the run, and basically the goal here is to, I need to dive into the boss and be very, very aggressive. I'm using my tornadoes. They are not actually seeking enemies, but because I'm doing it for up close, it's not really matter, and I actually preferred having something for extra durability just in case something becomes close to fatal. And I'm going to show you, of course, the build at the end. Basically, I'm using ult here, by the way. The reason I wanted the ult is again extra durability because I need to be very, very close for long duration to maximize the damage that I deal to finish the boss fast rather than try to deal with all the problems and the adds, which again give me a great damage reduction. Overall, I also have, in terms of defense, I chose the Earthen Bulwark, right? So again, I have several defense and also have things that actually defend me both in terms of damage reduction and those who actually put Fortify and Barrier, some of them automatically, some of course I need to activate. Before that, I use the core that maxroll made, but I realized that again the wolves I didn't find it that good, maybe at the beginning, and eventually I just dropped it in favor of an ultimate ability. Because again, just give me extra defense when I need it. And again, because I rely on the tornadoes to deal most of the damage here, rather than again my melee hits. And this is just something that I need to make sure that I do it as long as I can, a long duration, especially when the defenses are up. And this is the time. Sometimes I just get time, I see the defenses are up. When I have cooldown, by the way, first the cooldown is going to be much, much better, which I need to do, of course, because I can do it much more frequently, or even just don't care about it at all because everything is just going to be up later on. And when it's up, either the ult or my other skill for give me defense, or I see that I'm getting defense automatically, I'm just being aggressive and getting in and deal the damage. So basically I'm taking advantage of the time that my defenses are up. Of course later on I'll make sure the defenses are up most of the time, and actually there's a way that actually I can do it, but again there are some items that I decided not to use right now, not to embed. I'm probably going to do it a bit later on. So again, defense is up, I get in. Again, it's all about being melee, and again when the defense is up, sometimes I don't even try to evade getting damage, because again I need to make sure that I'm inside and I'm dealing as much damage as possible. This is, by the way, saves me when I'm low, so if you have it, again you're gonna take advantage of it. Of course I'm going to show you the build in a moment. And yeah, basically it's pretty fast. It could be even faster again if I cooldowns for my defense to be up. Now, by the way, it was a good time even to get in, but I didn't pay attention. So again, when defenses are up, barriers, I'm activating now the ult, which actually for me just protects me. I know I can survive, and that's about it. Alright, let's take a look at the build. Again, Druid, of course, as I mentioned. So the first item, we're going to start from the top and go to the bottom. We're going to see everything. So here I have the barrier, by the way. When allied enemy, when I damage allied, I'm going to get the barrier. So again, this is active because I know if I engage, I don't need to activate anything. I just waited for it because it's also bosses to come up, and I get kind of a free. I don't need to activate anything other than that. Here you heal life per second, each close enemy up to. So I'm also again healing, especially when kind of lots of enemies that pass alongside them. Attacking enemies with basic skill, increase damage to your next score, which is my main thing. the duration or effort. Basically, this is increasing my defenses. This is the one that I should have replaced. It's total garbage here, by the way. Definitely going to replace it later. My weapon, increased damage based on primary resource. This is when I'm not healthy. Bubble appears around me. Again, it's automatically give me immunity. Increased damage while I have barrier active, and this is good because I'm attacking with it. Increased damage for each second you stand still. While I'm standing still, of course, attacking the boss, extra damage. So again, it's really was designed for me just standing near the boss and just tanking damage and dealing lots of damage. All right. Yeah, so let's take a look at the spirit boons, and then we're going to look at the abilities. So this is the setup for the spirit boons. I might set it differently. Again, this is as maxroll did. So just follow the core because I didn't want to spend a lot of time to be behind my clan because I try to find out builds. It takes a lot of time. Only later, of course, I'm going to shift towards something else, which are already changing towards later again what I feel like I want to use and feel that it's useful for me based, of course, on results. That's what I do. If I see that it's not going well, I'm going to change. And that's what I start doing, of course, when I get to more challenging encounters like this one. And here you can see all the different skill tree that I used. And again, it's based on maxroll base for the Druid, the recommended one. But I'm going to shift it based on the drops that I have, the legendary, and will adjust also based on the challenges so I can succeed in doing them. Yeah, and actually did very good. Even I was like 5 levels below this dungeon, the Capstone Dungeon. I still was able to almost finish it. I got really close, but it just frustrated me. And I knew that I needed just add a bit extra to finish it, so I just did instead of just trying again and again. And yeah, so just an extra I needed, and even there's level or 2, and it was pretty easy. Again, of course, it can be much easier if I do some optimizations, which I'm going to do later on with some of my better drops from aspect, which I didn't want to use here, but I'm going to use it probably from now on with more challenging combat. And that's it. I hope you find this one useful. Give a like, subscribe maybe, and I see you very soon on the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.